Hello Primos, this is Scott, and I'm going to show you how I create the Qreachers Bible, the Quintel version of a Preacher's Bible that ought to be coming out in 2020. This is what I would like it to look like. Actually, the footnotes down here at the bottom are most likely going to be out in the side in a side column reference format. But anyway, this is the way I prefer it better, so this is the way I do it. I actually come in here and I find what the I do the cross references exactly like they are on the regular Quintel right now. I get the right size that I want, and then I make sure that each line starts in its correct spot and corresponding to the Bible, and then I set my margins accordingly up here in the text block. So that's how I do that. But in order to show you the first steps that need to be done, we need to go over to Logos. I'm going to be working in Ephesians today, so I need to go to the Preferences, and then where it says Copy Footnotes, I have Yes, but that's not enough. It needs to be Copy Footnotes as Text. Once you have that set, then you can come in here, grab all the text you want, and I'm going to do 6 chapters, Command C to copy, and then open up Pages and do a new file, Command V to paste, and boom, there they are. All the footnotes and all the cross references. I don't need this final one there, but you get the idea. And I come in here, and then I start to make my edits. I'm going to do Command A to select all, change my font to Qreachers. I don't have the Milo font, and I suspect you don't either. So Qreachers is the one that is closest, in my opinion, to, or at least what I have. I'm going to do 11-point font for this, and then get rid of some extra stuff and just try to make things normal. So that's the way I want it to look, and then I'll come in here and make some edits. So if I were to select these verses, you see that there's additional space to the left of these numbers. I don't want that. So I'm going to get my text, and I'm going to correct it. I'm going to start right here, go all the way up, Command R, and I'm going to get rid of you, goodbye, and you, goodbye. I do not need headers and footers in my way here. I normally change the margins to 0.5 margins, but I'm not going to worry about that this time. The next thing I do is I come in here and I just delete that extra space in all these verses. Delete the space. Alright, and then the next paragraph begins right here with 15. I'll Command Enter to make that its own line. A couple of things to look out for. This word right here is in bold. That means it's a new paragraph marker. Normally, the verse is in bold to tell us that, but here the paragraph begins there. Notice that our indented words our italicized words have come over. Verse references, footnotes, they've all come over. And so far it looks really good. In the Quintel we have the word introduction with a comma, and that's over on the left instead of center justified, and I'm going to make you all caps. Up here is all caps, and it is not italicized. Get that off, get you off, and tell you goodbye. Alright, so Command A, all my goodies are going to be 0.7 line spacing, and then the subject headings are actually going to be 0.9 line spacing. This is going to be 14 and a 10% character space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces here, and I want to make that 0.8. I can get rid of number 1 there because I'm going to insert a drop cap, and you just create a text box. Arrange as none. And so I'll move that over here. That's going to be a 1. And actually it's going to be 30 point. It's not bold. It's just that 1, and I'm going to change the color of it. And I'm going to come over here and line it up with the bottom of the text. And then arrow over right there to where it reaches that line. Okay. So now I have a few other things that I need to do. For example, I actually don't like that much space, so I'll fix that. I need to go over and enter, or tab over. There we go. That looks nice. And so footnotes. Let's go get our footnotes and cross references. And there's just page after page of it. I'm going to command enter to go to a new page. I'm going to get my footnotes, cut them, paste them. I'm just going to do the first 5 verses. Is that all of you? And that. Okay. All right, so chapter 1, verse 1, space, 1 space, 1 space, 1 space, 1 space, 1 space, and 1 space. Look at that. The B repeated because Christ Jesus repeats, and it's there twice. The cross references are there twice, so that's why we have that. 1, 2 space, 1, 3 space. 1, 4 space. 1, 5. Okay, that'll be 1, 6 at this point. Sometimes doing it this way messes me up because, for example, chapter 1, verse 2 might not actually have a cross reference there. It might be nothing. It might be footnote only. But sometimes I'll get to a section and say, hey, my numbers are off, so I have to go back and find that. It's not a big deal. You just take care of it. So now I'm going to grab all these goodies. Actually, one thing I want to do before I do that is change that, make it red. These are going to be 8-point font, and the line spacing is going to be actually 0.8 instead of 0.7. And then I want footnotes to be red. I'm going to do Option Command C to copy the style, and then Option Command V to paste it. It's going to be 4, 5, 6. I have to change those myself. Option Command C to copy that. V. Paste style, paste style, paste style. I also like to do the references as well. So you get the idea. I'll let you guys figure that out yourselves, or do the rest of it yourselves. There's 2 spaces in between each verse here. I start from the bottom and work my way back up. That way my text isn't moving around for me. I'm going to grab all you. Let's see. Okay. And X. Right to the top. We're just doing verse 5 here. I'm going to paste you. There we go. And if we were to look in our quintil, we would see that our company, the first line of the cross references actually ends at 1:3b Ephesians. 1:3b Ephesians, new line. The next line is 1:5 Acts. 1:5 Acts, new line. So that's the way those look. I'm going to center them, and this will give me my margins. So I'll come up here to the text, and then I'm going to adjust my margins so that they line up appropriately with the cross references. That should be it right there. Adjust this number 1 where it goes. Bring you back over here in line. And there we have it. The next things that have to be done, I have to come in here and these footnotes were out of order, so 1, 2, and 3 are in the correct place, but for each new verse, cross references start over at 1. So this one is actually 4, this one is 5, and this one is 6. You can come in here and change the color of it if you want to, and make those different edits as you so desire. But you can see that it is taking shape here, and insert a little line, and you get the idea. I think you guys will be able to take care of this yourself. Yeah, there we go. But anyway, I think you have enough information here to do the work yourself. It's tedious, but you can do it. So take care, guys, and enjoy.